Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of The Real Take. We got a fun show lined up for you, and today my guest is a bodybuilder. No, I'm not joking. He actually is a bodybuilder by day, and by night, I don't know. I didn't ask. I'm sure he has a regular job of some kind. He's a part-time bodybuilder, so something strenuous on all those bodybuilding muscles. I know so much about weightlifting, it's ridiculous. Sarcasm. So, anyway, his name is, drumroll please, Chris Poyner. Yeah. So Chris is a good buddy of mine, and he has a decent amount of movie knowledge. He's seen a lot of stuff. Now, as of late, I know he's moved. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He hasn't seen a lot of stuff real recent. But that doesn't matter because our conversation wasn't about just the last couple months of movies. Our conversation actually, and I will tell you what it was about, we discussed the year 2004 for the flashback year. So that was some fun stuff going back 14 years. And then our franchise battle was on the Fast and Furious series. So a butt ton of those. So we get into some good conversations about that. And then our actor that we discussed on who they play best was Adam Sandler. So got some good classics there. Talk a little bit about some of his new stuff. And yeah, it was a good conversation. I think you guys will enjoy it. And also, do not forget to listen to the fact check segment at the end of the show where my wife corrects me on many things. And one last thing I want to tell you guys before we get started here is that unfortunately Chris was not able to join me live in person. He, like I said, he did move. He lives out of state now. So we did have to do a little video conferencing over the phone, which was fine. I just apologize. The sound quality was not quite up to par on my usual episodes, but I would rather have that than not have an episode with him at all. So with that said, now please enjoy Chris Poyner. Hey yo, we are talking 2004, taking you back 14 years. We're going to cover just a couple brief things. So what was going on in 2004? What was it? Basketball, NBA was Detroit Pistons won the NBA championship. The Boston Red Sox won the World Series. In football, the Patriots, as they always do, they won the Super Bowl. So Boston had a good year, and we talked about that last time. Boston area, happy with the Red Sox and the Patriots. Out of the, did you watch any of those? How old were you in 2004?
Okay, so I would have been 12, around 5th grade. I remember watching, and you said the Pistons won the championship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching them win the championship. That was the team, man. They were a bunch of bad dudes. It was like the reincarnation of the bad boys. You had Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups. You kidding me? You kidding me?
Chauncey Billups, dang, that was earlier on in his career. What year was that for him?
Well, it was 2004.
Well, I mean, yeah. What season year was it? How long was he in the league?
I don't know. I think he had a couple of teams that he played on before that. But he kind of found his niche there in Detroit.
Yeah.
And honestly, was the guy who was the centerpiece of that team.
Yeah.
A couple of the other guys got big contracts out of that.
For sure.
Ben Wallace, went to Chicago and choked it up after that.
Yeah.
And then Billups, went on to play. I think he had a spurt with the Nuggets, and then played a little bit with the Clippers, and finally the ACL tear.
Sure.
Did him in.
Yeah. Those are good for either ending your career or shortening it quite a bit. Jesus.
Yeah.
The president, George W. Good old. You got any? Can you do a George W. impression?
Oh man, I think the only one I've got
I'm putting you on the spot.
Well, I think the only one I got is hey, Mr. Bush, what are you guys gonna do about Katrina? Well, I tell you this, we're gonna find her and we're gonna get her. Don't mess with Texas.
We're tracking down Katrina. He's a real smart dude.
I can relate to him as being the dopey guy. So
yeah.
I understand.
He's hilarious. Best-selling album back in 2004 was Confession by Usher. Usher fan? Yes.
Oh yeah. Lived that one in my middle school days. You hear you were headed straight to the dance floor.
Absolutely. Average cost in 2004, movie ticket is $6.21. It's a little bit higher today. Gallon of gas was $1.92. Gas is up and down. It's not really relevant always with the time frame. But the movie tickets do, go on a pattern of going up every year. What's the average movie ticket where you live right now?
So I haven't seen anything that's not in Dolby. Everything I've gone to is Dolby.
Oh, right.
So Dolby, is obviously going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
I think it's usually around 22, but I always do my stuff on Fandango, so you pay that service fee.
You pay that fee?
Yeah, I pay
Man,
the fee.
I got a an account, like a rewards account, and it knocks that fee off, the $3 fee.
You kidding me?
Yeah, dude, I save $3 every time I go. Yeah.
You kidding me?
You should do that. Yeah, if you get a rewards card or whatever, it knocks it off when you use the app. You just gotta log in.
I'm gonna go fight someone at Fandango.
You should. You've probably lost thousands on that deal.
Millions and billions.
Sue them. Sue them for 3 points.
Well, you guys got a new cinema there in Cape, right?
We did. Cinema. Are you from Britain? Yes, we did. It's same building, but they just renovated it. The sucker keeps catching on fire, though. They've got twice in the last week, the air conditioners on the roof caught fire, and they had to evacuate every theater and get everybody out. And thankfully, I saw the Han Solo movie in between the 2 days, because it was like 4 days apart, and I saw it in the day in between the fires. So thankfully I didn't have to evacuate. But no, the renovations, the remodel there is awesome. We've got Cape Girardeau always gets things 20 years later than the rest of the country.
Yeah.
But we've got reclining seats. It's leather. We've got a new restaurant. Everything looks fancier. So yeah, all good. Everybody, I mean, man, the business is booming.
Sounds like the only thing they need to do is stop playing Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451 in there.
That'd be a good idea. Quit that. Quit that right now.
It's what's catching everything on fire.
I guess.
Burning the books. Look out for the Gestapo.
Gestapo. I think this is a movie podcast. I don't remember now that we've got off track. I should probably bring up some movies from 2004. We're gonna talk Walking Tall. That's your boy there.
Oh, yeah. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, baby. Buford Pusser.
Buford. You love that name. Hellboy. Look out. Satan's coming for you. The Incredibles. Spider-Man 2. Hey, did you like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man?
I never saw the Amazing Spider-Man series after. So in my mind, he's still Spider-Man to me. I never saw those ones after, like, Spider-Man 3. And then, so now it was an adjustment period when I saw Civil War and got the new Peter Parker.
Yeah. So. Well, I liked number 1 and 2. Number 3 with the Tobey Maguire version.
You just like Kirsten Dunst. Don't lie.
Yes. You got me. Number 3 sucked. Unless, in my opinion. But man, that dude that played Mr. What is he, Sandman or something? I don't know. Not good. Venom was. Not well done. I'm looking for. By the way, have you seen the trailer for Venom? Tom Hardy.
Oh yeah! Wow.
That was good.
God, love Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy's good in anything he does. So bring him in a superhero movie like he was Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. Great in that. I think he's gonna be good. But, But moving on for more movies in 2004, Alien vs Predator, Napoleon Dynamite. Wow. What was it, like $1,000 budget and it made like $1 trillion? The Day After Tomorrow, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I can't remember. Are you a Potter fan or not so much?
Big time Potter.
Big time.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
Potter till I die.
So, Prisoner of Azkaban. What was that, like the third one?
Yeah, number 3.
Was that good? I haven't seen them. So, is that higher on the list of Harry Potter movies?
Book-wise, fantastic. Okay. Sirius Black, Harry's only really living relative, comes into play. So you get a lot of backstory there. But movie-wise, they started to transition into, like, the kids wearing, normal clothes with robes. And it's just a lot of things were weird. And as you read the books, you have this image in your mind. Because I did. So it was kind of funky for me. But it helped me make that transition as they moved into the newer movies, 4 through whatever many.
Yeah, 800, I think. Yeah.
So I would say that's the least good movie, least best on that.
Wow. So not near as good as the others.
That one and Chamber Secrets on the bad scale.
Yikes. Well, dang, 2004, not a good year for Harry Potter then. Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events. Saw, and I know you're not a fan of horror films, right?
No,
So-
I don't do scary.
Not even close with the Saw movie. Didn't even. What about Super Size Me? I know you're a fitness dude, bodybuilder. Super Size Me. There's some fun facts about getting fat on that.
Yeah, that's the Big Mac guy, right?
Yeah, the guy that ate McDonald's for like 30 days straight, and the doctor said he was gonna like kill himself or whatever.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah,
I guess that was a documentary technically, but last one on the list of the popular ones from '04 is The Notebook.
Oh, Nikki Sparks, baby.
Nikki Sparks. Any Nikki Sparks movie, you personally, you're gonna like it, and if you do like it, you're probably gonna cry.
Oh yeah, I'm a crier. You know, I'm just a big sweaty teddy over here. Yeah. What is the other one that I've seen Nikki Sparks? The Notebook, and then that Safe Haven. I love that movie.
I've heard, yeah.
Obviously.
I've never seen it. I'm not a. I don't want to hate on the guy, but it's not my favorite, not my cup of tea. But I understand he's very good at writing that genre. He's very sappy, I guess.
Did he write You Got Mail?
No. Get out of here. Yeah, no. What was he, like 10 when that came out? No, I don't remember who wrote. You know what? I do a little fact check thing. Like at the end of the episode, I will. This will be after. I mean, you won't be a part of it, but I will. I will look up. You're not invited. I will look up facts about things that we can't remember, and that being one of them. I will look up who directed You Got or wrote, right? Who righted it?
Who read it?
Who
Can you
read it?
teach me to football?
I will look that up and I will let everyone know because I'm sure they're dying to know who wrote that now.
You've got mail.
You've got mail.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, love that guy. So I'm going to pick my top 3 from that year because I haven't covered those. Top 3. Number 3, The Village, directed by M. Night Shyamalan, which you're familiar with him. Maybe he did The Sixth Sense, Signs, Unbreakable. Maybe not because those are mostly scary. Maybe you haven't.
Yeah, stay away from M. Night Shyamalan.
Stay
I see
away
his
from
name
him.
attached to anything, just like Stephen King. Peace.
Ooh.
Deuces, not watching it.
Yeah, no thanks. Stephen King, not a fan. Not only does he look goofy as all get out, but he writes some freaky stuff, and no thanks. But I love The Village. So The Village is one of those movies for those who have not seen it, such as yourself, I think. Did you say that?
Yes.
Yeah, no?
No, have not seen it.
Well, I'm not going to I don't want you to get too scared here, so I'm not going to go in detail, but my point about this movie is it is very suspenseful. So it is very suspenseful. So if you like movies that are like kind of thrillers that not sure how it's going to end kind of thing with a mystery, it's great until you find out what is causing these, because it's like kind of about like monsters, scary stuff in the woods. And stay with me, Chris. Stay with me.
Okay.
But so it's great until you see the ending, and then you're like, well, I kind of don't want to watch it anymore. So it's like one of those great till you know the ending, then you're kind of done. But still good to watch once if you're into that kind of thing. Number 2, National Treasure, Nick Cage. Love that guy. He's in some goofy movies, but I love him.
Oh yeah.
You've seen National Treasure?
Oh yeah, big time history buff, and I love those movies.
It's cool what they did. It's cool what they did with the twist, where they have some historical accuracy, and then they throw in this crazy fun stuff. I like it.
Yeah. So the supporting male lead, or not male lead, but male actor.
No, I know what you mean. Who played Riley?
Riley, yeah, I love he's got just his humor always
hilarious.
cracks me up. And,
yeah, I love it.
I love National Treasure.
I love the trio, I guess you could say, with Nick Cage obviously being the lead, and then what's her name? Darn it. I don't remember. I don't think I wrote that down.
Same guy who wrote You Got Mail.
Yes, that guy is the woman I'm thinking of. The blonde in the movie, the co-star, or whatever. I like her. I like their chemistry between those two. Kind of seems like a love affair could happen early on, but then it's fun. And then you throw in Riley, and I just love the chemistry, the dynamic between those three as a trio going on these adventures. And then of course you throw in his dad, John Voight, later. But yeah, great story, loved it. And moving on to my number 1 of 2004 was I, Robot. Now, I know we discussed some of this stuff in the past, and you thought I was talking about I Am Legend. So let's clear it.
Different
no
movies.
zombies.
Let's clear the air.
Robots. Will Smith. Love him. You've seen it. Yes.
I have seen it.
It's been a while?
It's been a while, and I think for the first part I was confused and thought I was watching Star Wars because when Obi-Wan Kenobi goes to that planet with Jango Fett or Boba Fett or whichever one of the Fetts it is, and those people have the clones. They look exactly alike.
Oh, yeah, they do look similar. Yeah. Ooh, that's a good idea. Will Smith in a Star Wars movie. That could work.
It could work.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
Oh, big time.
Ish.
Love
Oh,
it.
cool. Yeah, I don't know if that would really, if Will Smith would really. I mean, he works in anything. Like, he's good in any movie, so I'm sure they could make it happen. But yeah, so that's my list. That's my top 3. Do you have a favorite from 2004?
Of what you mentioned, I loved Walking Tall. Obviously, I love Harry Potter, but I didn't like that movie, The Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have to say National Treasure probably my top one up there.
Sweet.
From what you listed. Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, for sure. Moving on, franchise battle. What? We are talking Fast and Furious. Coming at you, Fast and Furious. There are 8 of them. There's same amount of these as there are Harry Potters, and I don't see them stopping anytime soon. So what I would like to cover is, first of all, what the movie started out as, and then kind of what it is here now. So it started out, obviously, with the name Fast and Furious. It's referring to cars and chases and speeding and fun street races. And it's kind of turned into just explosion, bam, bam, pound round, guns, whatnot. So it's kind of just taken a weird spin on just being an action flick. And so what I want to know is, what do you like? Do you like the earlier ones more that were more about cars, or do you like the action-packed, I don't even know what you really call them now, what they've turned into?
I loved the early ones when they came out. As you go, I mean, obviously, when they came out, technology wasn't what it is now.
Yeah.
But I would say probably I like this stuff once The Rock got introduced.
Yeah.
I think that made a huge difference.
Sure.
I do question, how is Dominic Toretto so technically savvy with weapons and hand-to-hand combat? This guy from the streets, and now he's beating up a federal agent in Hobbs. But
it's a bit of a stretch of the imagination.
He's Vin Diesel.
He can do anything. Yeah, I am Groot.
He learned all those moves in The Pacifier.
The Pacifier. That's his best flick. The Pacifier.
Naturally.
Yeah, just like Dwayne Johnson's best movie is Tooth Fairy, I think.
Oh, don't put it past that football movie he was in.
Game Plan?
Was that what it was?
Is it called The Game Plan? I'm pretty sure.
I don't.
The one where he had the daughter in the football stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was Game Plan. I can look it up later.
That's a tearjerker.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Yeah, I like it. So cool. We're going with the more advanced action pack is what you like more. And other than the first one, I'm with you. I really like the first one, but not so much. I mean, 2 less, 3 nobody liked, 4 I don't remember. It's got a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes. But you are absolutely correct as far as when Dwayne Johnson got involved, and it made a big difference at the box office, and it made a big difference critically. Number 5, so Fast 5, is when The Rock came in, and it's also the highest rated. IMDb got it at 7.3, and Rotten Tomatoes at 77. So none of these are super high rated, but that's the highest as far as IMDb. Now, Rotten Tomatoes has number 7 at 80%, but as far as IMDb is concerned, number 5. So it's pretty close. But I like that one, and my favorite, I'm going to go ahead and say that one. My favorite is actually what's number 6 called? Fast and Furious 6. Because of Dwayne Johnson being involved, I like it too. But I just like the story. I like the fact that they had like the same crew, but like the British version of them. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, nothing against 5. I think 5 was good too. Those are both great. Now, number 7 lost me a bit just because of the unfortunate death with Paul Walker, and they had to do some CGI to make. They casted his brothers, which was nice. A little token to the family to bring them in, but obviously it wasn't the same as having Paul, and it just I don't know. I know they had to change the story a bit because of his death. They had to rework some things, so it kind of lost me, but it obviously wasn't anyone's fault with his untimely death. But so yeah, you have a favorite, right? You have a favorite?
Yeah, I would have to say, if I had to have a favorite, oh man, that's tough. Probably 5.
Yeah.
I would say a tie between 5 and 8, because I love this most recent one. Was that The Fate of the Furious? The Fate
of the Furious, yes.
Yeah, I love.
You like the inclusion of Jason Statham? I know he came in before 8, but and then also Kurt Russell had a bit of a role in there too.
Mr. Nobody, and I like the what's the gal She was in Atomic Blonde.
Charlize Theron. I always thought it was Theron. I think it's pronounced Theron. But yes, yeah, that's who you're talking about, right? The blonde.
Yeah, she's not hard to look at. I'll tell you.
she's great, man. She's really solid in everything. She was in
Italian Job.
Yeah, that too. I liked her in that. That was the first movie I saw with her, and she was in Mad Max: Fury Road with Tom Hardy. Got the camera flying over here. Heyo.
People, just running around gallivanting like a bunch of hooligans with their rock and roll music,
Bunch of hooligans over at Chris's house. So yeah, I'm gonna settle on number 6 is my favorite of those, and number 5 for you. And yeah, I like the new version. I like the car story more in the first, but I like where it's going to. So it's a fun series.
It is.
Cool. Moving on. So this is my favorite segment, and this is called Guest Take, and this is all about you. So I don't have to talk as much, which is nice. But the first, we've got all the pressure's on you. So 10 questions here, and we're gonna do. You can do it as quick if you want to do rapid style, or you just want to kind of. If you have a bit of a backstory, that's cool too. Whatever you want to do. First question is, what was your first movie-going experience? So what movie was it? What age? How old were you? Or what'd you think?
Prince of Egypt, I think it was the first time I went to the theater to watch a movie, and I can remember it.
Okay.
I liked a few things about it. I was blown away by the whale, as they're walking through the Nile or whatever that is there. But it was a great time, and got to see it with friends and family, and so definitely will always remember that.
Sweet. How old were you? Do you remember?
Oh man, I don't know.
I don't know when that came out. So.
I think that came out in maybe 98, 99, so about 6, 7, somewhere around there.
Nice. Awesome. All right, number 2, last movie you saw in theaters.
Last movie I saw in theaters, actually Deadpool 2.
Ooh, nice. What'd you think?
Oh, I love it.
Ryan Reynolds finally got it made, and I love it, yeah.
Yeah, thank God.
He's hilarious.
Don't want to give away any spoilers, but man, they killed it. Yeah, I think it was, if not just as good as the first one, maybe better.
What I've been hearing is people find it funnier than the first, even.
Yes.
And I don't know if everyone agrees with that, but I've heard a number of people saying it's funnier. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Glad you liked it. Number 3, movie that made you cry or at least become emotional.
Oh man, Friday Night Lights. Yeah. That scene there at the end. Have you seen Friday Night Lights?
No, I'm gonna pretend like I have though. So yeah, great movie.
Yeah. Friday Night Lights. That scene there at the end. Tim McGraw, I love him, great singer. But he plays his kid's dad. And they get stopped on the 1-yard line, and Tim McGraw walks out there and puts the state championship ring on his son's finger. Dude, I got chills just thinking about it.
Dang.
I love that movie. It's
awesome.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Great scene.
Worst movie you've ever seen. Number 4.
Oh man, worst movie I've ever seen.
Have you seen some doozies?
Either Sharknado, which I've seen all of. I've actually seen all of that one.
I don't know how you get through it. Yeah, I watched like the first 15 minutes and I had to shut it off. I couldn't.
Yeah, I think it was more of a can I do this thing? I was
a challenge.
Callousing my brain.
Wow. Yeah.
But either that or I've made it through parts. I made it through a little bit of the movie Rubber, which is about the tire that goes around and blows things up.
A movie about
Netflix.
A tire. That's a hit.
Yeah, Netflix killed it with that one. But yeah, that one was pretty bad. I didn't make it through all that one. But so movie I've actually made it through probably Sharknado.
Nice. And they're still. Are they still making those? They got like 3 of them. I don't know if they're making another.
Oh yeah, man, they're just buying all their special effects at Walmart and making it happen.
Yes, they are. It was a $10 movie. Let's see, number 5, movie you're embarrassed to say you've never seen, or maybe just a movie that people would be surprised you haven't seen.
I would say Groundhog Day.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, Bill Murray. I love Bill Murray to death. Actually, another Bill Murray that, oh man, I'm going to catch some flack for this one, but Ghostbusters. Never seen Ghostbusters.
Really?
I don't know who you're going to call.
You have no clue. Groundhog Day. Yeah. I like it. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth catching up on and checking out. You can watch it over and over.
I do get that reference.
That's a stupid joke. I'm sorry. Number 6 is favorite scene in a movie. Do you have one?
Oh man,
You already
favorite
mentioned.
scene
It sounded
from a
like you were
movie.
pretty emotional about the Tim McGraw from Friday Night Lights. So
I do like that scene. I would say my favorite scenes are either Maximus and Gladiator saying, "Are you not entertained?
Yeah,
Is this
love
not why
it.
you were here?" I love that scene. I love the car chase scene from the movie The Rock, which does not have The Rock in it, but Nicolas Cage and
Yeah.
Sean Connery.
Yes.
And that scene,
Great movie.
He's in a Ferrari and he's chasing Sean Connery in a Humvee, and the guy calls him. He's like, "I don't want any dents and scratches on my Humvee." And you get Sean Connery, "I'm only borrowing your Humvee."
That's a great scene, man. When he smashes it. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you get the kid at the end, dude. You just dumped your Ferrari.
Yeah.
Wasn't mine.
Wasn't mine.
He punches him off it.
That's hilarious.
Great
Good old
scene.
Nick Cage. Favorite scene? So that's the one, right? With wrecking the Ferrari?
I would say that or the Gladiator one, but you can't go wrong with either movie.
Two good ones there. Number 7. So let's pretend in this magical world you are a famous actor and you need a co-star. So who's your dream co-star? Who'd you pick?
Oh man, I think I'm torn between The Rock and Arnold.
Yeah.
I'm torn between the two of them. I think it would be fun to meet Arnold from a bodybuilding perspective, which is what I do,
Yeah.
And I also have a great impression. I think I would scare him. I'd be like two mirrors talking to each other.
Kill it. All right.
Hi. How are you? I'm not going to say some of the other ones, but
yeah.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
Can you do the get to the chopper?
Oh man, that's a tough one because
Get to the chopper.
He
Mine
doesn't
sucks.
actually talk like that,
Yeah.
And I've seen him in all these interviews, and so that one it's almost forced.
Yeah, a little exaggerated. Sure.
I think the best one is the who is your daddy and what does he do? That's fantastic. So I would say if it was an action film, I'd have to go with Arnold just because he's classic.
Yeah.
Comedy, I'd either go with Owen Wilson or in newer films, Adam Devine. He plays Adam Devine.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, wow. What was that quote from? Who's your daddy?
The Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop. Great movie. Yeah, that'd be awesome. You know what? I don't know if you'd like being with Arnold though, because he might be one of the few guys who can make you look small or smaller.
There are a lot of people who make me look small.
Just saying.
The Rock actually would make me look smaller
You're
than Arnold.
You're a tall guy though. How tall are you?
6'2". It's the same
You'd be
size,
close
same
to
height.
height.
as Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah, same height.
Well, let's move on to number 8. I think is what we're number 8. Favorite line in a movie. You've mentioned "Are you not entertained?" So I know that's a good one.
I've shared actually a few of them. I love the Kindergarten Cop line. "Are you not entertained?" Oh man, I think my favorite line is actually I mentioned Owen Wilson earlier.
Yeah.
The movie The Internship, where they get jobs at Google.
Yeah.
And there's this scene where they're talking about the blender. You're shrunk down to the size of nickels. You're thrown in a blender. What do you do? And Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn just go into, wait, first we're in a blender. Now we're saving lives? What? And we almost can see, I wish people could see this on the podcast because, you get that, they're like super close to each other. Like this, what?
What?
Oh, I love that line. That's actually one of my favorite movies, and so definitely that would probably have to be mine.
Nice. Olsen. Wow, if I could talk. Owen Wilson.
Willie Olsen. Hey,
Willie
who's that?
I don't even know. Willy Wonka, I think, is what I was trying to say. Owen Wilson. He's a unique actor. I love how he talks. I can't do his accent, but he has a very unique way of saying things, and it's like very dramatic, and I love it. He's good. He's also funny.
Great.
Yeah. So he's multi-talented dude. Number 9, guilty pleasure movie. So a movie that you like that either maybe a lot of people disliked or maybe tanked at the box office or something along those lines.
Surf Ninjas. Surf Ninjas is, and I don't think anybody can see it and not. If you can watch the whole thing, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
Are there surfboards?
There are surfboards.
There are surfboards. So it's real surfing. It's not just a name. So is it literally what it sounds like? Like ninjas surfing? What happened?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
Cool.
taped this movie when I was a kid off TBS. I still remember.
You're showing
Surf
your
Ninjas
age.
will continue on TBS.
Oh my god.
And so You get
Kids
Frankie
these days
Reyes.
don't know what taping is. You're showing your age a bit
They
there.
don't. You had to put a VHS in your VCR.
What's a VHS? That's probably an acronym for something I don't understand now. Wow. Surf Ninjas.
Yeah.
So,
Star-studded cast.
really? Is that a joke? I'm
yes
not
and no.
familiar. You could be serious. I really don't know.
Okay, Frankie Reyes Jr. is in it, and he plays the pizza guy in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. 90s kids will understand this. He's the pizza guy, becomes a ninja. Pow, pow, pow. And then Frankie Reyes Sr. his dad's in it.
This is just a family reunion in the movie.
Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider is
fair
in
enough. Yeah.
Fantastic. It's his best acting job ever. Serious.
It's
not even kidding.
It's studded with something. I don't know that I'd call them stars, but
Tone Loc, the rapper, Funky Cole Medina, and the Wild Thing. He's got a great line in it. He goes, "Brothers don't surf." Oh man, it's money. It's money. I'm telling you, you can probably watch this movie on YouTube, kids. Go out there, surf ninjas. I'm telling you, if you have to buy it, go into your mother's room, steal some money out of her purse,
credit
or
cards.
debit card,
yeah,
and go online and order this. I have it on DVD.
You've got me intrigued, actually. I'm not going to lie. It sounds interesting.
You're going to get, and if somebody does this, you're going to get blamed for this. So just think about that.
That's true. Yeah,
This is not my fault.
We're not encouraging this, but if you need to steal to watch it, do what
If
you
you have
gotta do.
no other means, do it.
Do it. Favorite movie of all time? Last question.
Oh man,
Hard to
favorite
pick.
movie of all time.
Yeah.
That is probably the toughest question. I would say, can I have a top three?
Yeah, sure. As long as you can pick a favorite of the top three. Yeah, go ahead. Top
Okay. Three would probably be Surf Ninjas, as we've discussed. No need to go over that. And then I would say, maybe The Internship.
Okay,
Like I
fair.
said, I love that movie.
Yeah.
But my favorite movie of all time is probably The Rock, as we talked
The
about earlier.
Rock.
With I just love that movie, and that actually is a legitimate star-studded cast.
That true. The only thing that could have made that movie better was if The Rock was in it. The Rock was in The Rock.
The Rock may have been playing football for the Miami Hurricanes. At
Yeah,
that
I don't know
point in time.
Yeah, that sounds about right because that was early '90s, I think. Right
I
around.
would say probably early 90s. He may have
Yeah.
been just starting in his wrestling career. But yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's a fantastic
it's a good
movie.
pick. Good picks. Yeah. Other than the Surf Ninjas, good picks.
Hey, you don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah,
You
you're
haven't
right.
seen it.
I can't. It's hard to. I shouldn't criticize a movie I haven't seen.
They have the Game Gear in that game.
The
You
what?
remember the Game Gear?
The Game Gear.
Sega Game Gear.
Oh,
Sega.
Sega.
This kid plays it all through the game. You're gonna love it.
Oh, nice. Who'd they play best? I'm just gonna. Nice. Let's move on.
Yeah, get rid of this.
I'll just cut that part out. Just kidding. Who'd they play best? That is Adam Sandler today. So we both love Adam Sandler. Funny guy. One thing, as I brought up, and for everybody listening, I did talk to Chris briefly, or we texted or something about him recently, and the I guess the decline of his status in Hollywood. So he's kind of been on the decline for some years, meaning his better movies are probably behind him. Okay, they are behind him. And
Yeah.
I liked his 90s stuff, and I think you said you did as well.
Yeah.
I understand he's doing some stand-up now, so maybe he's realizing box office isn't. But wait, I take that back. He just had a movie on Netflix with Chris. I always get Chris Rock and Chris Tucker. Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Which what's it called? Like something about the week.
The week of.
The week of, yeah.
And I
Did you watch
actually
it?
started it today.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I watched
How
about
far
an
into it are
hour
you?
and 15 minutes of it and had to go to the gym.
Oh, yeah. Gotta
so
get the
I plan
workout
on
in.
finishing it actually tonight. What I've
Sweet.
seen, it's pretty good.
Sweet. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
kind of
pretty
surprises me. So yeah, the last, I don't even know, since 2000 and I don't know, the late 2000s, 2007, 8, he kind of started on the decline because I feel like, let's talk about some of his movies that we like. From the 90s, Happy Gilmore, possibly
Yes.
the best golf movie ever. And I'm a golf guy. I appreciate the serious and the goofy golf movies, but that's a good movie. Whether you
Between
like golf
that
or
one
not.
and Caddyshack for the best.
Yeah. Big Daddy, also very funny. These
yeah.
are all 90s movies. Billy Madison, that cracks me up. I love Billy Madison with Chris Farley, the penguin suit. Oh my god, there's so many funny things in there.
Correct.
I love the trivia at the end. That is correct. That killed me. Chris Farley, what a freaking legend. Waterboy, classic.
Yes.
Water sucks. Yeah, so many good lines. I feel like, man, going over these, so nostalgic, talking about the 90s movies. It seemed like everything that Adam Sandler was in the 90s just killed it. Like,
yeah.
They had the Midas
Wedding
touch
Singer.
there. Well, I forgot about that one. Yeah. Another classic. Now, a little more recently, I should have looked this up. Pixels. So the movie Pixels came out in, let's go with 2013? That's a guess. I really don't know. 2014? 15? So within the last 5 years. I don't know.
Yeah, within the last 5 years.
Kevin James. He's also kind of they're in cheesy movies. They're in a lot of movies together. Grown-ups together. I like him. I do too. Yeah, I like it. I understand how someone could not be a fan of it, but personally, I like it. Pixels was good, I thought. It was really, you gotta, not realistic at all, super silly. Video game characters invading the Earth, and they gotta fight them off with these video game, their talents of the arcade games and stuff. Super silly, but funny. Now, I would say my favorite of the last 10 or 12 years of Adam Sandler is Just Go With It.
Yes.
A number of things are good about that movie. The cast. So obviously Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston is in it. What is the name of that really funny guy that does the sheep? Yes, the sheep podder.
Oh, Jaws the sheep. Jaws. This Nick Schwartz and I am the Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. What is that? Dolph. What is his name?
It's Nick Swartzen.
Oh, swear. Okay, yeah. Thanks.
And his character in that movie, he for some reason gets thrown as his name is the Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
But
Man,
apparently he gets mad if you mention the other one.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman is in that.
Yeah.
And what's the freaking dude? Okay, so the singer that I don't like, but he plays Nicole Kidman's husband. Like his band name is the name. His name is the Dave.
Is it Dave Matthews?
Matthews, yes. I started saying Miller. Dave Matthews plays her husband. Not a fan of.
Is that him?
That's freaking Dave Matthews. Yeah, I'm not a fan of his music as much. I know it's got a super crazy cult following.
I don't really like him that much.
Thank you. Me neither. But I liked him in that movie as an actor. Thought that was good. I love everything about that movie. The little girl that has a British accent for no reason. They go to Hawaii. It's awesome.
Let me make a public service announcement right now. You
ahead.
Kids who are liking Dave Matthews, turn him off. Turn on the Nickelback. I love Nickelback. Turn it on.
Not sure I'm gonna agree with you on that one, but turn off.
You enjoy Nickelback just like Nick Saban does.
I like Nickelback about as much as I like Creed. So there you go. Are you blanking on who Creed is?
I'm giving you the stare of silence. I wish people could see.
Oh, he was staring at me. All right, fair enough.
Silent treatment.
Like who you like, I guess. Do you have a favorite Adam Sandler movie ever? Of all, any genre, any?
Oh man, favorite Adam Sandler movie.
I started to say The Cobbler because
oh gosh,
it's really really bad. But
I didn't make it through that one. I will say this.
Nobody did.
I saw the most recent one with him and David Spade. It came out about in the last year or so.
Oh, yeah. There's guns involved. I can see the cover in my head on Netflix.
It's something about faking their own deaths. I can't remember the title.
Yeah,
but
one
it
of
was
them.
pretty decent.
Yeah.
A lot of good laughs.
I stopped watching it, but not because I didn't like it. I don't remember. I got busy with something, but I watched part of it and I liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I wish we could think of the name. Oh, well. I'll look it up later.
Favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Ever.
I would have to go with Longest Yard.
Oh, I didn't even cover that one. And that was, I want to say that was like 99 or something? Late 90s?
No. Longest Yard would have been, I would have probably
Maybe I'm thinking of a different movie.
High school, so 2006, 7?
Definitely thinking of a different movie. Yeah.
You are.
Well,
You know which one I'm talking about, right?
The longest, yeah, I do. I don't know why I had. Huh? Okay. What'd you say?
You talking
can't hear you.
You're talking to me, mate?
Are you talking? Yeah, just forget what I said about the 90s thing. I don't know. I don't know why I thought that. I was thinking maybe The Whole 9 Yards? That's probably what I was thinking. The Whole 9 Yards. Another football movie.
Whole 9 Yards.
Let's just pretend like it came out in 99 and that's why I was thinking that. The Longest Yard. No, I know what you're talking about now, but I forgot about that one. Good. I'm glad you mentioned
That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know if I could pick I can pick a favorite. I'm gonna just go with it because that
You
was
kidding
one.
me?
Are you? Yeah, I don't know, man. I like the cast. The rest of it, I like the story. It was funny. I really like Jennifer Aniston. I'm a big fan of Friends. So Rachel,
Yes.
love it. Yeah, I know his classics. I think his best movies are certainly between Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, Billy Madison, Waterboy, all those. I think that whole crew of 4 or 5 movies that came out mid '90s, I think are probably the funnier ones. But I don't know. I got something about just go with it. I like it.
Don't forget about 51st Dates there. Again, the wedding singer. And even, so I never watched this until the last couple years. Actually, my girlfriend put me on this. But Little Nicky was actually pretty good.
Get out of here. Really?
I thought it was funny.
Was it scary at all? Never saw it.
No, it was not scary.
Oh, because I was like, you don't
Had
watch
it been
those.
scary,
You'd have turned
I
it
would have
off
turned the TV off.
and thrown it out the window, I'm sure.
I'm serious. I'll cover my ears and like close my eyes if a scary commercial comes on. It's
Really? Yeah. See, that's what I don't like about seeing anything that's like even close to horror genre in the theaters is the trailers. Because I'm stuck unless I want to run to the bathroom, and I could do that. Covering your eyes is an option. Covering your ears is another option. If you have another set of hands, you can do both at the same time. Yeah, I don't like them. Don't like them. I'm with you on that. Not a fan.
I will exit the theater.
That's the safest.
I've done it multiple times, and I don't care
Sure.
if you've got
Hop in your
popcorn
trunk. It's safe
I'll
there.
move people out of the way.
Knock them over. Moving on. I think we needed to. I hung on Adam Sandler for a while. Suggested reel. So this is where I suggest a movie that either wasn't crazy successful or maybe not super popular, or sometimes I pick older flicks that people may have forgotten about. But today I am picking a movie from 2011, and it is called Cowboys and Aliens. From the moment I heard about this movie, that they were coming out with something called Cowboys and Aliens, I thought it was a really cool twist from the obvious Cowboys and Indians, and then you throw in some aliens, and I'm with you because I like the sci-fi stuff sometimes, and I like this one. Directed by Jon Favreau. Part of the reason I really liked it, I love everything he directs. He did the first 2 Iron Man movies. He also acts in those. He directed the live-action Jungle Book. He's done a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff. Solid director and actor. Chef. Have you seen Chef? The movie.
I'm not.
He I talked about this one on a different podcast, but really good movie. You should check it out.
Okay.
It's on Netflix, I think. Still, it was for a while. He wrote it, directed it, and starred in it. It's good. And getting back to this one, so he directed Cowboys and Aliens, starring Daniel Craig. So you got James Bond, Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, Han Solo, a number of other characters, classic, and Olivia Wilde. So great cast. There's a few others. A few other popular actors in there too. But so here's a synopsis for anybody who hasn't seen it or isn't super familiar. A spaceship. Let me start that over. A spaceship arrives in Arizona in 1873 to take over the Earth. Of course, what else? Starting with the Wild West region. So a posse of cowboys and natives are all that stand in their way, so they got to fight back. I don't know. To me, it was hard to go wrong when you had, and maybe some other people don't really agree with it because it didn't really smash the box office or anything. But when you have Daniel Craig and you have Harrison Ford on camera, and you got Jon Favreau directing them, I don't think there was a chance that I would dislike this movie at all. I love it. Love the action scenes. Seeing those two guys together. Harrison Ford, I mean, they both, and Daniel Craig, they both play tough guys, but obviously Harrison's a little older in this film. So, first of all, what I want to ask you, Chris, is have you seen it?
Yes.
And did you also like it or not so much?
Yes, I loved it.
Cool.
I actually really, really enjoyed it. I saw this in theaters.
Same.
And really, really enjoyed it. I love Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I love Harrison Ford. So, I mean, there you go.
It surprised me how many people disliked it, because critics were like killing it, like saying it was awful, and I get it. It's a stretch of the imagination, obviously. As any sci-fi type of movie, as any alien movie, it has to be a stretch. And I don't know, I just really liked it. I know it didn't do super well, but I am suggesting to all of you listeners out there, if you haven't seen it, give it a chance. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it came together very well, and I thought the acting was actually pretty darn good for considering what they were doing. in 1873 they're in Arizona and there's aliens. So there's this cool feel to me of this futuristic technology with the aliens. They have these crazy laser gun thingies, whatever. And then you have this old-timey 1800s. There's a scene where Daniel Craig gets cut up and the doctor has to, sew him up. Some old school stitches, and he uses like whiskey and some other type of. He gives him a shot of whiskey and like some alcohol to cool it off. So it's like obviously not advanced in medicine at all, but then you also have this cool futuristic, and it comes together cool. I don't know. I just liked it. So everybody out there, check it out. Question for you? Do you have any? And if you don't, it's cool because I'm throwing this on you on the spot. Any suggested movies? Do you have anything out there that other than the Surf Ninjas? Let's try to stay away from as many surfing ninja movies. But
whoa, come on, Kung Fu Killers out there, man. Hey, let me see. Any suggested
anything
movies?
that you're a big fan of that maybe not everybody out there has seen?
Maybe not as mainstream.
Yeah.
Oh man, nothing is coming straight to mind. I'm not sure.
How about Rubber? Rubber was a good one, right? Don't waste your time.
Do not watch that movie. If you go to YouTube, watch 60 seconds of it. That's all you need.
Oh, hey, we could do an anti-suggested reel, like a don't watch it kind of thing, and that could be Rubber. So that could work.
That one.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. Or maybe the last Adam Sandler and David Spade movie you talked about. That could be count too.
That was pretty decent. That was decent.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, I'm not saying it's not. The higher pitch my voice goes, the more honest I am. So yeah, I'm sure it was great. We are basically finished up here, but I want to ask you: was there anything we left? Anything else you wanted to throw out there? I didn't get to ask you or anything. Did you think you got all your thoughts out there?
Oh man, go Cleveland Cavaliers.
Go Cleveland. Yeah,
this is going to air after.
I'm afraid I think we're going to miss it. Yeah. So right now, as we're recording this, Cleveland's about to go finals for the fourth season of Cavs and Warriors. So crazy. You're rooting for the Cavs, and obviously, as you said. But what do you think the actual outcome will be? Now that we brought it up, I got to ask.
Okay.
We'll see.
So
since we'll be able to go back. Just picture yourself in like a month. We'll go back and listen to this and see how accurate you are. So how do you think the series will go?
Okay. All right. I'm about to take me back to the Old Testament. I'm about to become a prophet here.
Here we go.
Okay. This is the prediction coming from my heart.
Oh, by the way, for anybody listening to this, if you're not a fan of basketball, you can pretty much just shut it off because we're wrapping up. But go ahead.
Don't shut this off. You listen to me. Don't be Adam Sandler from Click. Don't fast forward.
Well, dang.
Button might get stuck.
And I'm sure plenty of people were planning on it, but
so
don't do
the prediction from my head is saying
or your foot, either
Warriors in 5 because I think LeBron's too good to not get 1.
Well, dang. So you want Warriors in 5 as in
that's my head
saying
that.
But
that's
with
my head. But the prediction from my heart, and this is the one we're going to go with. I think we're going to go 7 games.
Of course.
I think this is how I predict the series. LeBron steals game 1. Warriors win game 2 because they're at Oracle Arena. LeBron wins 3 and 4 at home.
Wow.
He's at 3-1. Warriors win 2 in a row. And then LeBron summons up all his strength and puts it all on the floor. Monstar style and just wins.
Monstar. Oh, I like the Space Jam reference.
That way, but maybe even Game 6 he could do that at home. But
it could happen. You remember this, young man. You come back to this and listen to it, and we'll just see how it happened. I do think that I think it'll be a long series. I'm gonna say a minimum of 6. I'm gonna say go 6 or 7. I don't. You know basketball better than I do. But I am with you on the Warriors winning, but I'm going to say it'll be a 6 or 7. Whether it is truly because of the teams or it's because the NBA and the referees want to make more money, whatever you want to call it.
Could be that.
I don't know. And the ads on the commercial. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I do think it's going to be a longer series, but it'll be fun to see what happens.
I will. Yeah, definitely.
So I think this is a wrap. Thanks for being on the show, man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
See ya. Bye.
Do not go anywhere, folks. Put your headphones back on. Do not press that stop button. We've got more for the show today. We got our fact check segment. So if you want to enjoy listening to my wife correct me on the many, many mistakes I made during the show, please stay tuned. Now enjoy our fact check. All right, no more inappropriate jokes out of you. We are live for recording, and we are on episode 3 fact check. So I've been told that the damage is less on this one. No, more. It's worse.
It's a little less.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, what do we got? What are we starting with?
Starting with, you guys were talking about Spider-Man, and the villains came up, which I know you really don't like.
Not at all.
And
Not in Spider-Man 3, right?
yes,
Yeah. Awful.
Sandman came up in particular, and you remembered the TV show he was in. What was Wings?
Oh, the guy that played Sandman. Yeah.
Yeah.
In real life.
Thomas Hayden Church
That was a
was
good
his
show.
name.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was good in that. Terrible in Spider-Man. Okay.
And then next was Venom, who was played by Topher Grace.
That was unfortunate also. I have heard, I don't know that I ever knew that other guy's name for Wings. I don't even remember Thomas something. I don't even
Thomas
remember.
Hayden Church.
It's in 5 seconds. I already forgot. Topher Grace, though. Thank you. Topher Grace. I have heard that name. I don't know what else he's in, but yeah, I just forgot that in the moment. Cool. So, anything else from Spider-Man 3?
No, not at all.
Thank God. Okay.
Yeah. Quickly moving on from that, you guys talked about You've Got Mail next, and
Which we
Chris-
both love.
Yes, we do. In the top favorite movies, and Chris said that it was originally a book, which is far from true.
He did? Oh,
Yes.
That's silly.
But I think he said it was written by Nicholas Sparks.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I forgot who he said he thought wrote it, but I knew he was wrong. Sorry, Chrissy boy. Definitely not Sparky's.
No, and it's definitely not a book. It was actually originally a play called Parfumerie, written by Miklos Laszlo.
Perfume of what?
Parfumerie. It's a French word.
Yeah, that's a made up word.
But it's actually very different from the movie that we know now. So it's,
Well, that's cool.
yeah. But the current movie was directed by Nora Ephron. She also wrote the screenplay. And along
Not
with
Nicholas Sparks, huh?
along with her sister, Delia Ephron.
All right. I guess I'll buy it. What else after You've Got Mail?
You guys talked about National Treasure.
Very good.
And the two characters came up, Riley Poole and Diane Kruger.
Yeah.
Riley Poole.
Riley's hilarious.
Yes, he is. He was played by Justin Bartha.
I don't know why that sounds like such a real name to me. I was thinking Riley was the actor's name. Okay. What's his name?
Justin Bartha.
I like this character's name better.
I do too.
What's the
And
girl's
then-
name?
Abigail Chase is
That's
who played Diane Kruger.
Oh, Diane was her character's name?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Weird. Oh, the only person I could think of in that movie was Nicolas Cage. That's the only name that sticks out to me.
Yeah, he's really the only like big actor that I can remember from that at all. So
Okay. What else we got?
Dwayne Johnson came up next.
Oh, yeah. Chris is a huge fan of The Rock.
And you were actually pretty close to getting this. You just couldn't come up with a name. You were talking about the movie he was in as a football player, and that was The Game Plan.
The Game Plan. And I never said it, huh? It's crazy what you can't think of while you're recording. It's so awesome. It's so awesome that as soon as I hit record, I can't think of anything. I love it. Okay, so The Game Plan was Dwayne Johnson's movie. Cool. All right.
Next, these are not my favorite movies. Sharknado.
I don't
But-
even know what to say about. I can't believe they're made. I know we talked about how many. Okay, go ahead. How many are? Chris said he thought there were 6, right?
Yeah, he was actually he was pretty much correct because the 6th one's coming out
Which
on
is
July 25th.
insane. July 25th of this year.
Yeah.
Who's making these movies is what I want to know, and who is profiting? Because who's watching this other than Chris? Who's watching these? I don't get it.
I feel like it's got a really cult fan following, like just a small group of people who are
I'm pretty
super
sure-
dedicated.
I'm pretty sure everyone that watches it just watches it to make fun of it. I don't know that anybody takes it seriously, but to each their own. No more Sharknado stuff, I hope. Is there?
No.
Okay.
Thank goodness. Next came up, which is another movie that I can't seem to take seriously, Surf Ninjas.
Well, with a name like that.
Yeah.
Only Chris could like a movie like that. Sorry, Chris.
But I'm being a little nitpicky. He said Frankie Reyes Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And his name was actually Ernie Reyes Jr.
Oh, Chrissy boy, don't get your Franks and Ernies mixed up now.
So, not a big deal there.
Hopefully nothing else on Surf Goobers.
No.
Okay.
But you guys, going on, you guys talked a lot about Adam Sandler movies.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one that came up was Pixels, and
Did I don't know if I ever said the name of it. I thought of it later, maybe.
I think you thought of it later, and
That one slips my mind a lot. I really like that movie.
it did come out just a few years ago, 2015. So,
Yeah, I
not
liked
too
it.
long ago.
It was really silly, but I liked it. I loved Kevin James though too. So
Yes, Kevin James is awesome.
it was really funny to. Oh, I'm sleepy. It was really funny to watch Kevin James as a president. It was super silly because he's never the president in movies, but that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
What else? There's more.
Yes.
Sorry, everybody.
Just Go With It came up, and you guys couldn't think of the actor who played Dolph Lundgren, or also known as Eddie.
The sheep hut. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
the-
Okay.
He was awesome.
real-
Nick Swardson is his real name.
Oh, the actor's name. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He was good. He's very good.
He's
He's
hilarious.
always funny in movies. Yeah.
And then another Adam Sandler movie, The Do-Over, who
The Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Spade was also in that. That came out in 2016,
Oh.
and we actually did finish that movie together. Just
Oh.
want to throw that out there because you said in it that we didn't, and we watched
I
that the
feel
whole
like
way
I
through.
fell asleep. I mean, I know it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either, and I think I fell asleep. Maybe I don't remember honestly.
Yeah,
I didn't. I
think-
don't remember the second half of the movie. Whatever happened, I passed out or something.
Yeah, we stopped it and then we watched the second half another evening, and I like it better now thinking back on it than I think I did when I actually sat and watched it. So,
Was that every? No, is there more?
one last movie, The Longest Yard, and you just couldn't think of the year. It was 2005.
I don't really remember what I said while I was talking to Chris, but I don't have a clue. I wouldn't have had a clue when that movie came out. I don't think I've ever seen it or seen it all the way through anyhow. Yeah, but you like it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So that's everything?
Yep, that's all.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks everybody. Oh, wait,
Other-
did we mention the basketball?
No,
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm in trouble. I probably forgot it on purpose, subconsciously, because the basketball. So Chris and I were talking about the NBA Finals because when we were recording, they were just starting, and yeah, we were both wrong. We tried to have, as Chris called it, a prophecy about how the games would go in the finals. I thought it would be a long series, 6 or 7 games is what I said. He thought it'd be 5, maybe 6, but we both agreed on the Warriors winning. So at least we got that right. But it was a sweep. The Warriors swept the Cavaliers in 4 games. And yeah, we were both as wrong as we could be, pretty much. So it shows how much I know about basketball.
I definitely wouldn't have been a good predictor, so I've got nothing to say about that because I know nothing about basketball at all.
Well, Chris, I told you that I would come back and talk about this, and so I've had to eat my words on that. But there you go. So you were more, or you were less wrong than I was. So there you go. All right. Thanks, everybody.